All right. Anywho, we are back. Team Early and Fit podcast. It's been a while, Steve.
Like
We've
2 or 3 months,
2 or 3 months. Family stuff, facility stuff. We're
hmm
in a brand new, in progress. It's a work in progress
hmm
facility, but yeah, we're day 3, and I'm excited.
It's working good so far. We're
Yeah,
not on top of each other. That's good. And
yeah.
you've done a
Everybody's
great job spreading things out in here.
Yeah, the equipment's working. We're getting our flooring in this weekend, so it'll look like a gym floor instead of not that I don't mind garage gym floors.
That's right.
This is how I cut my teeth
Uh,
between my parents' garage, Marissa's parents' garage. I've trained a lot of people in garages, so
okay.
like to me this is like home, but
Familiar.
very familiar.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to get actual flooring in here, so
hmm
I'm also not having high blood pressure every time I see someone put kettlebells or dumbbells on the floor.
Be careful.
Careful, careful for the concrete, careful for my equipment.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, we're back. I'm excited to start recording on a regular basis, getting the
Mm.
mental health work, the fitness stuff that Steve and I are doing,
Yeah.
and because it's been a bit, I would like for us to both do quick intros for
Mm.
everyone listening, just so they've got an idea of who we are, what we do, and
Perfect.
what we're trying to accomplish here. So, Steve, I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Steve Johnson. I am a professional counselor in town. I own and direct Advocate Psychotherapy Services over in the business park, where we've been providing counseling. There's 8 of us for men, women, couples, teenagers, families. We've been in business well, I've been doing this 20 years plus, and the company's been around about 10 plus. So this has been quite an interesting last 12, 13, 14 months as we've had to adapt to figure out what to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I've just been still reflecting of last September when there was the closing of D1 and really fast-paced news to how can we save the gym? And I just kind of this mantra: how can we
Mm-hmm.
save that? What can we do? How can I leverage counseling and my
Mm-hmm.
license and all the business stuff I've done there? How can that work to help people stay together?
Yeah.
Just, keep the community together, keep
Yep.
being around and working with you, and all
Appreciate that.
those things. So it's hard to believe that we're at 12 months in that time, and we had to do it again.
Yeah, and we're doing it
Had to
all
do it
over again
again.
in a new area of growth, and
hmm
metamorphosis is the word that pops into my
That's a
mind.
good word.
But
Yeah.
no, Steve, for real, none of this would be possible without you, and I appreciate you, everything you've done, and
Likewise.
um, doing. I've always loved the mental health side of things and motivational psychology and habit
Mm.
change and all of that good stuff, and those words get thrown around a lot in the fitness space,
Mm.
or people will be like, I'm going for therapy, and they say that about going to the gym,
Sure.
right? So we all know there's benefits of movement and all that good stuff,
Right.
but now we actually have a facility where that it's not just talk, it's actually being guided
hmm
by someone like yourself, and that motivates me. This last year has been amazing. I've like super fired up. It's been awesome coaching and working with everyone and working
hmm
with you and seeing the change we make when we get little messages or when
Yeah.
people come in and celebrate the little wins,
Yeah.
which kind of ties into our theme for this month. But
Right.
yeah, I'm Bill Kepke, host of the podcast. So if people that have been listening, like my friend Ed on the recent walk, who remembered back to when I was posting pictures of my alarm clock. So shout out to you, Ed.
uh-huh.
Appreciate that. But yeah, I'm went to UWSP for sports medicine. I'm got a degree in athletic training, so the clinical side of sports performance,
Mm.
movement, rehab, all that stuff is what I went to school for. And I've been coaching people in fitness for over a decade now.
Mm.
So I'm talking about concrete floors, and I'm very familiar with that, but I'm excited for the rubber. But yeah, I just love working with adults, working with people in the community.
Mm.
We've grown some strong roots here in the community, and we both love, Marissa and I both love Stevens Point.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm excited to do this and get
In our own space.
in our own space
Yeah.
and grow this physical fitness, mental health program. And
hmm
really, yeah, I'm pumped. So
Yeah.
there's my quick intro.
Yeah. There you go.
Uh, yeah, I guess kind of the move. Here we are. west side of Stevens Point,
That's right.
Wisconsin, by the river, by the green circle. It's beautiful around here. Haven't had anyone throw anything at me for loud music, so we're
Hmm.
trying to be
That's
respectful in that
good.
regard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome. What are your thoughts on the move? I know we're closer to your house
Oh, that's nice. Sure.
now.
Probably one of the few people that it's closer.
Yeah. Hey, I can
Uh,
bike here now. I biked here for my
all right.
Tuesday night people.
All
And then
right.
I almost got into a fight with a buck on my way home.
Oh, that's right.
He was in the road
Yeah.
and he didn't want to
Yeah. I'm not
move.
sure I'll be biking here. It's super convenient to get across town and do it that way. But I'm just impressed with our landlord who did an incredible amount of work in a short
Hmm.
amount of time from the
Yeah.
time we first pitched him what we want to do.
Yep.
And our space, as good as it looks now, was, you know, slide in, don't
Uh-huh.
touch
Don't touch
anything,
anything.
envision what you can if you look up, those kind of things to do that. So it was good to tour with Stephanie and you and
Hmm.
kind of go through all that and see what
Hmm.
we could do. So, and then just have that vision, like when you walk into an old house and you're going to buy it or remodel it
Yeah.
or something, like, oh, we could do this and this. And so we just need patience from all the members as we go through probably the rest of this year, the next
Yep.
60 or plus days
Yep.
to get everything done and find out. But once it's done, it's going to be a really wonderful setup
Agreed.
out here and for member comfort and
Hmm.
being able to slide in and do things and
Yep.
then get on with our days.
Agree
Yeah.
with it. So if you're on the west side of Stevens Point, shoot me a message, reach out to us, AWS, and yeah, we'll get you in for a tour.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, Steve, what's the monthly topic?
Yeah.
What's our plan for mental health for the rest of 2023?
Yeah, I think we were talking a little bit earlier about it. Um, in October, since this is our last month that we go through the calendar year,
Hmm.
it was like, let's just look back and see all the good stuff we've done.
Yeah.
Kind of wrapping up the first year of material since it was, October 31st or November 1st last year, we started initially. So as we wrap up that last 30 days or so, talking about all the material we've covered, all the
Hmm.
successes we've had, the topics, the weekly focus, the just the words that got mentioned over and over again.
Mm.
But this week was interesting just to go back and add everything up and think what did it all look like? A little
Hmm.
bit at a time, a little week at a time, one handout at a time, one conversation at a time. And it ended up being that thought was really cool 450 recommendations about how
Yeah.
to take care of your mental health, how to take care of those around you, how to just pursue wellness better.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so that kind of combination of persistence and little changes over time, celebrating the outcomes that come from that, that's going to be our focus this month.
That last part is what resonated with me the most this morning, listening to you talk and having other people share their wins or things they've been working
Mm.
on, and they've been making those incremental milestones and things they're working on, but celebrating the wins, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how small we may think they
Right.
are, or the response I always hear in here is, yeah, but.
Mm.
You'll tell somebody like, great job,
Yeah.
or somebody else in here will be like, whoo,
Yeah.
you PR.
Right.
Yeah, but,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Why are we all
People are harsh critics of themselves, or we're just maybe defaulted to negative
mm,
self-assessment.
yeah,
So I think it's a challenge for people to say thank you to a
mm,
compliment sometimes, or
yeah,
let it sit and not say anything back. Avoid the yeah, but
uh-huh,
is a challenge.
uh-huh,
I think culturally people just aren't used to that.
mm-hmm,
So they're used to shying away from it or dispersing it very quickly. So
mm-hmm,
if we can make some headway with that, then that'll be, I think, a really good outcome of this month.
mm-hmm,
Not expecting it to be a topic, but boy, it really presents itself as how do you focus on good? How do you accept the good? How do you celebrate the good, and not just try and get through it quickly?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because yeah, there's plenty of not good things,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're surrounded by it all the time
Mm-hmm.
because that's typically what sells or is attracted to in media. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the clickbait, right? Is usually
Yeah.
the bad stuff. So yeah, if we can train ourselves to take a little bit more time,
Mm-hmm.
pause, celebrate those
Mm-hmm.
wins, I think it's only gonna benefit us. I know I've been doing a lot of that in the last month, especially with just this room and the space, but even just this last year when reading your members blog for this week and talking about all of the things that we've accomplished and covered, and a lot of what we covered are things that most of us know, but until someone like yourself takes the time and lays it out for us, gives us some recommendations for the week, like it's made me take time to pause and really reflect. And I think I've talked about this on previous podcasts, and people here have told me the same thing when they listen, is I feel like what you're doing is crafted for me. Like when you're sitting there, it's like, obviously you're just thinking about Bill and like,
Sure.
how is this going to benefit him? But no, a lot of we all are, we have our own lives that are unique to us and our lived experiences. In that same token, though, we all share in a lot of this stuff. We're all struggling. Like what each of us struggle with isn't new.
Yeah.
It's not that it doesn't exist for someone else.
Right.
So what you've been laying out for the last year has been very thought-provoking, and it's helped me navigate self-employment, like going out on my own, doing that thing and doing what we're doing together. So it's been good. I've really enjoyed it.
I think a word to build on it is intentionality. Do people, are they intentional with their time, with their abilities, with their relationships? Because then it's easier to not just get caught up in the tyranny of the urgent or the pressures that people face. Pay attention to what their mind and body are telling them of what they should do differently.
I like it. I love it. Cool. Well, do you got any, I'll wrap up with the physical training stuff, but you got anything else for people for this month?
Well, I think hinting at a little bit this morning of entering the fall and winter season, just how difficult that can be from a time management standpoint, or losing, in a lot of ways, losing the things that we love in Wisconsin of long days, sunshine in the early morning, good weather. So these great resources we have that help us so much are now starting to fade. And how do we counteract that? I think will be a similar focus to last year, but it's always going to be a new approach to it. But how do you stand firm and still establish those wellness patterns without losing them?
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And from the fitness standpoint, very similar. We're heading into the fall or deeper fall, winter months. So doing a lot to strengthen the hips, the groin. So if we're slipping, falling, we're not injuring ourselves, we can catch ourselves. We do in October for the last handful of years, we've done what's called Squatober. So a little bit more emphasis on the barbell. For some members, maybe they're not comfortable with the barbell. It gives us a chance to get more confident, catch up, have those small wins with the barbell. And even I've lost count of the number of people who, when they first start off, are intimidated by the barbell or don't think that the barbell's for them. And then this rack behind me in the video should be proof that most of them go on to buy their own barbells and then store them at the gym.
That's right.
So barbell training is awesome. I've seen it build up confidence in really good ways for a lot of people. So I'm excited to dive into more of that this month, and then also listen to more people complain about how sore they are. But it's good.
Pain.
Yeah, little discomfort, little soreness. It's good for us. And then going back to my sports medicine, making sure we do plenty of stuff to recover, some recommendations, walking, water, stretching at home, that kind of thing. But yeah, it all ties together, and I'm excited for this next month of training and growing in here.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Cool.